So there is a reason why I've been a little bit more quiet recently, why I seemingly disappeared off of social media for the past almost a month now. And that is because God told me to stop something specific I was doing, which social media was heavily focused on. So no, I did not run out of steam. God called me out of it. And so I want to keep you guys updated because I understand your perspective that I've just come back on social media because I started a business, and then all of a sudden I've just disappeared again. It's just not fair on you guys. So I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm letting you know what's happening. For those who don't know, my name is Kathan. I am a long-term fitness fan. I'm a PT. I was an online fitness coach. Not anymore. That's what today's video is about. I love Jesus. I love fitness. And I honestly just want to be honest with you guys today about everything as my sister pulls up in her car right by the freaking window, which I'm trying to make a video by. So I'm going to close. There we go. That sorts the problem. So almost 3 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago, yeah, I got to the point where I realized that so much of my work was going in with no return, but it became suspiciously so. It became to the point where I was pouring all my time into thinking and working about the business. I was pouring a lot of time into content, to generating content, to making things to try and grow my business. And there was a suspicious, not lack of return, but zero return on any of my investments. Investment of time, investment of effort, investment of money, any investments I felt I got no return from, other than maybe on the rare occasion like a nice comment on YouTube. And I realized that I needed to take this into prayer, and I was like, Lord, I'm not sure how long I can keep doing this with zero return. I pray that you would steer me away from this if this is not your plan, or I pray that you would bless it if it's within your will, because I can't keep doing it like this. And God heard that prayer. And on Sunday evening, I went for prayer from one of my church elders, and he prayed for me, and the Lord gave me clarity. And what the Lord told me was that he did call me out of that business, and he didn't necessarily want me doing online coaching. That was something I made up myself, and I tried to fit him in it, not he made it and I followed it. And I didn't listen to the conviction. I think if there was conviction, I ignored it. And so after enough of God trying to tell me to not do it and convicting me, he just decided to start withdrawing his grace, because I gave him permission to do that. I gave God permission over my finances, over my life, over my businesses, over everything. And so because of that, he said, hey, UK, you're not listening to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop giving grace to your business because I want you somewhere else. And so that's what he did. And that's why I reached the stage where there was a suspicious lack of return of investment. So anyway, I got prayer for that. And then the following morning, I I received very clear word from the Lord through my mom, who I had not really spoken much about my experience with my business much. And the Lord just spoke through her and just told me, hey, I don't want you to be doing online. I've made you to be an influential person in person, not online. And there is that lack of connection online. And I don't want you there. I want you to be within groups of people. I want you to see people and be in environments with people. So God convicted me of that. He called me out of it. And so the reason I haven't been making content was because the main reason why I did make content was to try and grow my online coaching. And now God's called me out of it. So hence I haven't really made any content. I'm still unsure where to go at this point. I don't know if I should continue my Corridor Fitness business, but just continue it in pursuit of its original creation, which is going to people and training them in their home gyms. But I think one of the reasons why I switched to online coaching more than that was because it was really hard to find clients. So God's will be done, but I'm trying to figure out whether that's continuing my own thing, my own business, or whether that's getting a job or being hired. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't actually know what the outcome of this video is. I don't know if I will stop creating content on here again. I think that might be the case because the last thing I want to do is pursue fame or money. I want to serve the Lord. And I don't think this channel is focused on that because I originally created this channel to pursue fame and to pursue money. And I think it would be, I'm not sure, in other words. I do have another channel that is faith-based. I haven't posted there in a while. I'm going to create a video in the next couple of days for it. I'm trying to figure out how to create videos for it. But it's a faith-based channel. I will leave a link to that channel in the description. There I'll probably post some of my prayers. I'll probably have discussions about biblical concepts and essentially try and preach the gospel through it. So maybe this is a goodbye. Maybe this is a forever goodbye. But I don't know. And I'm not sure. But what I do know is that I'm not doing online coaching anymore. And part of that means I'm not trying to advertise it anymore, which means I'm not trying to create fitness content to sell anything. Maybe I'll create some fitness content in the future. But right now, it feels pretty empty. I wouldn't feel like it's necessarily the correct thing to do. I feel like it would be something where it would feel empty doing. So until that changes, I don't think I'm going to create any fitness content again. My priority is spreading the gospel and expanding the kingdom of heaven. And if I can lead one singular soul to the kingdom of heaven, I will succeed in life. The most important thing is not to chase anything but God. For anything but God is something that will eventually perish. I am focused on eternal things, not things that are timed, things that will break, things that will stop working, things that will die. things that'll decay, but focusing on the eternal and focusing on what I love most, which is Jesus. I don't know if I have anything else to say. So ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very interesting road, lots of ups and downs, some fun here and there. I hope you've gotten some value from this channel at all. I hope it's helped you in your fitness endeavors. And I will see you all on the channel, which is linked in the description, where I will be posting, because the content on there is what truly matters.